Yeah. 20 minutes for this lesson. And we're going to clean up in 3-2 for 3-3. So let's see if I can bring all this together and make sure that everything is a little bit cleaner than it was last time. All right, okay. Let's see if we can bring it all together now. Now the other beat, I'm moving on to the open worship beat, okay? As I showed y'all last time when we did this right here, I alternated like this. Okay, I'm gonna clean it up a little bit so we can give y'all a little space to go. So just a little bit of space to do that, okay? Well, just the hi-hat a little bit. It's a little too high, a little bit too open. All right. I like mine at a medium temperament, right there. So when you hear this right here, you can have a choice to either use a hi-hat or not. So you can choose to use it or not. So here's what's going to happen. I'll do this without the hi-hat first, or just to kind of keep the hi-hat both along in conjunction with A. A and B beat together. Like this. Now remember, these are all examples, okay? So you don't necessarily have to use what I'm using. So there are a few songs that are conjunctive to this type of beat, and even if you're not using the toms, you see that they're just as subdivided as using as a hi-hat, of course. So when I say subdivisions, that means if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, a subdivision would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or 1 and 2 and 3. See? Which is kind of supporting how you use fills anyway. So you see that? That was a subdivision. All those fills, those simple fills I was doing are subdivisions. Now here's the beat. I moved in and out of pocket again. So, if I showed you already those subdivisions, I'll start off very, very easy and then into the more difficult. Again, 3.3 or 3-3 is getting into the more complex form, okay? More complex each time. All right? So, let me do one that's easy and one that's a little bit harder for those who are trying to move into a more advanced field. You notice that each one of them, I created a degree of difficulty, okay? Now I have to transcribe that degree. Remember those last few videos I did where I did this? Or, you know, I just used those in the fill if you caught them. If you caught those, I did those, okay? Just now. But I'll slow them down for the sake of time, okay? This is what I did. So you saw that. So you see how that goes, of course. That's all I'm doing. And again, those can take the place now of 16th or 32nd notes. Those are now moving into 16th or 32nd notes, okay? So in this case, they're 30 seconds. Because when you're doing this right here, of course, we have to make sure we go to the degrees. Let me go to the degrees. This would be considered 4/4. Now these are eighths. These are 16ths. Now these are 30 seconds. Okay? So when I say 30 seconds, that's what I mean. Excuse me. So when you hear that, that's 30 seconds. All right? So that's how you move that. So in many cases, we're going to keep that going just as is. Just a little pocket infusion, of course. Let's move on with the whole entire beat. Now, from this point on, I'm going to ask you, if you're playing or if you're near a drum set, try to configure what I'm doing by playing with me. I will not use any fills at all so that you can be in time with what I'm playing. Okay? So that means while I'm playing, if you got a big sound system, use that to play the fill, okay? Play your own fills. So you're basically shedding against my beat, like this. I'll use a beat just that simple, and I'll play that for just only about maybe a sum of, I don't know, maybe about a good 2 minutes, just to see where you fit in that. I will not take it back from you or try to do any fills until you got it together. So I'm going to play this one beat all the way through for about 2 or 3 minutes. Find your way in the fills with this beat. I'm just doing the simple beat, all right? All right. that, now that you've heard all of that, make sure you are matching up against that beat, okay? For this lesson, I'm sacrificing all those fills to hear what you got. Now, at your own leisure, I'm not asking you to record yourself, but I am asking you to keep playing back up against my beat, okay? Now, a little bit harder. See if you can find the fills in this beat. Okay, for some of maybe 2 or 3 minutes, that's how it's going to work, all right? All right, hopefully you were able to do something in there, all right? Now, in the next lessons to come, I will give you a shadowing of what you're going to do. So you can do whatever you want to, but when I tell you to pass it back, I'm going to show you how those fills work in a shed situation. But not right now, no. I'm just working on the pocket. So I'm pocket, and you are working on the fills, all right? Now, this time, now that you got all that freedom out of the way, now let me show you which fills I want you to focus on. I will do the fill and then go back into the pocket. So, it'll be like Simon Says. I will do the fill while I'm playing, and then you do the fill right after me to make sure it fits, okay? I have no time to stop, no breaks. So make sure you're doing the right thing. Back to the first beat. Plays. Go ahead. Simon plays. Plays. I put all 3 fills in there, so replay it back. If you heard it, all 3 of them, I put them all together on that last one. So let that be an example of what you can do on a breakdown or during the song in itself. Okay? Clean brakes are a good thing. So sometimes you're going to have that. All right, so let's move on. That second beat, of course. Now, again, I'm going to do the same way. Time and place. Now, we're moving on. Make sure you get everything you need to get out of the area, okay? All right, gotta move it.